Hey guys, I'm Matei and welcome to a science-based fitness channel. What I have in store for you today is 3 exercises that I usually do when I have a leg workout. Keep in mind that training your legs, it's a must. There are studies shown that it boosts testosterone secretion, human growth hormone secretion, and on top of that it just makes you look symmetrical. Now, these are 3 exercises that I usually do when I work out my legs, and I added another one at the end just because I used to do it a lot when I was doing track and field, and I've never actually got out of doing it. Just stick to the end and you see what exercise it is. Just a small tip, it's actually really good for explosive force and training those white muscle fibers. Okay, so classic, of course, I started with the squats on the squat rack and never do biceps there, okay? So no bicep curls on the squat rack. So I chose to do legs on a Monday because everybody's doing chest and everything I need for my legs is just free now. Before I tell you how my workout went and what I did, I just want to add the fact that you need to keep in mind that legs are basically half of your body, and if you train them, it has been scientifically proven. There's actually, like, I'm not gonna say a bad word, but a lot of studies showing that it boosts testosterone secretion, it boosts human growth hormone secretion. That means that your muscles are gonna grow faster, you're gonna recover faster, and you'll see more gains in a shorter period of time. Another tip that I found on T-Nation's website is that if you train legs and then you train a small muscle group, for example biceps or triceps, they actually grow faster because of that testosterone boosting and human growth hormone I was telling you about earlier. This doesn't apply just to legs though. So if you use multi-joint exercises that are stimulated by like an outside stimulus, like a barbell or dumbbells or whatever, you get a point, and then you go and train a smaller muscle group, you will end up with bigger gains. That makes sense? Cool. So I did squats, and I haven't been doing it for a while now, just because I had a surgery like a year and a bit now. I have like a titanium plaque here, and whenever I hold the barbell on my back, it kind of like, you know, it wiggles a bit when you do the squat, and sometimes it touches the plaque and it's painful, and I didn't want to do it. However, today I went as high as I think it was 90 kilos. I don't know how much is that in retard units, I mean metric units, but you just do the math. There are tons of converters on Google. Next, I did the Romanian deadlifts, not because I'm Romanian, you stereotypical, okay. So I did Romanian deadlifts. If I would do normal deadlifts, I would go much heavier, and I don't need it. Like, as I said in previous videos, I have some problem with my back, and I'm not in the competition anymore. I'm just training to look a little bit better, stay healthy, stay active, and just basically have clothes fit me better. So I did the Romanian deadlifts because I just love how they stretch the hamstrings and engage the glutes right at the end. They're really good for core, so I found that whenever I do Romanian deadlifts, they're basically forcing me to engage my abs, obliques, and lower back muscles. On top of that, when you do that squeeze at the end, I don't think I've felt my glutes working harder on any exercise. Even though I don't go too heavy, I went 60 kilos. Again, I don't know how much is that in pounds, but it's probably around 130, maybe 140 pounds, I don't know. But whenever I do it, I just focus and I'm all there, and I use more force doing the exercise actively than I need to to defeat the stimulus. That makes sense? So even though I need to exert a force of 60 kilograms, by the end of the movement I'm actually using probably the force necessary to lift up probably 100 kilos. Okay? So my last exercise before that explosive one, the plyometric one, it was, of course, leg press. Sure, who doesn't do the leg press? So I actually go probably, I'd say, anywhere between 70 to 80% of my max on this leg press. The 45 angle one, especially the one that we have at my gym, it has a really good cushion on it, so my back is perfectly safe, and I can load it up a little bit more. So I went, that's 4, 8, I went 160 kilograms. I think the heaviest I went on that press is 270 kilos for like 14 reps, 15 reps. Okay, so these are not my best jumps, but as you can see, I was struggling a bit. I probably got right like 3 or 4, I can't even remember. But the thing is, I want to do them, and I do them because your nervous system needs to know exactly why you're training, right? So even though if it is bench pressing, squats, leg pressing, you name it, pull-ups, whatever, your nervous system is like a communication channel between your muscles and your brain. Actually, not like, that's just exactly what it is. So it needs to know, to understand why you're lifting those weights. Imagine it's like this. Okay, I'm gonna leg press 160 kilos. Why? And then right after I do it, I go and do the plyometric jumps on the plyo boxes, right? And I'm basically responding to my nervous system saying, that's why, right? So what I'm doing is I'm transforming the strength I've gotten from my leg workout and transforming it into explosive force, into true plyometric exercises. It's a little bit more complicated. Actually, it's a lot more complicated than this, and it's not that simple to transform it. It takes time, and it takes a lower number of reps. But I just like to stay in between and not just have muscles to show, just also be a little bit functional. Just because every now and then I like to compete with colleagues or friends on different stuff like plyometric jumps or long jumps, stuff like that. So even though I'm not in track and field anymore, I'm still quite competitive. It kind of like boils up in there sometimes, and if I don't do stuff like that, whenever opportunity comes, I won't be able to manifest all the strength I have in a manner that I want and like. So I'm not to say that you should do it too, but just bear in mind that you would train probably harder, like, I don't know, maybe 50% harder if you would have an objective in your mind, right? So above or beyond losing weight, and other than just getting buff or adding a little bit of muscle mass, you need like a really, how should I put it, complex and pertinent goal. So it will help you stay motivated through training and with your dietary plans as well, and just make you use 110% instead of just 100% like everybody else. Cool? That was it for today. Thanks for watching so far. Would appreciate your likes, subscribes, comments, money, laptops, phones, smartphones, cameras. Actually no, I'm set with the camera, I'm good. See you guys online.